All right, let's try like this area. So we'll look at like the peak maybe somewhere. So maybe like here, that we're not overdoing the mountains though. Just try and do it reasonably. And here, what I want to do is I want to put a some sort of building. What about a lighthouse in here? Yeah, it actually doesn't look bad there though, right? It doesn't quite look like a lighthouse. It looks, I don't know why it's decided that that's what a lighthouse looks like. Yeah, that one looks wonkier. This one though does actually look like it fits in, right? So that's cool, right? That really does fit, and it goes behind this little rock there. I think you do have to be careful with the placement and stuff, but in general, it can work. Um, and what about here? Cave entrance. Let's try that. They're good results, right? Stuff like this really does work well. I think like if you wanted to do like, I think of maybe putting a whirlpool down here, right? Mountain Lake, if you want the turquoise one, right? Because otherwise, what's the point of the lighthouse being there? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, that one looks like I think is going to be the right one. All right, so there's the lake, right? And then we could do like a little whirlpool in there. It's a little bit. I think probably that one. So interesting. It randomly puts like a person changes it into a tree somehow. Let me just see if I can put a helicopter up here. All right, so we've got a helicopter up there. All right, welcome to another Photoshop video. In this one, I want to look at what we're going to do with this image, right? So here you can see, what if we wanted to expand the image? And we're going to use this new tool, the Generative Fill tool. It's like an AI tool. And I'll probably go through the features that I can know about. All right, so to do the Generative Fill, let's just deselect that. What we can do is we can expand our thingamajig, right? So we'll just do a little expansion here with the Alt key. And what we can do at that point, right, is then we can, the generative fill, it will always just say this until you have a selection, right? So if I just do this, and then you can press this button, which is invert, right? There you go, invert. And then you just press generative fill and then generate. And that, why did you come up? Well, anyway, the point is that it should work. Well, I mean, it's pretty good, right? There's some gaps because I did get the line slightly wrong, so don't do what I've done there. Weirdly though, like you could actually maybe even use that as a yeah. So I just press select subject this time, and that is a way to get the pixel perfect thing. So we'll do the inverse. Yeah, I don't know why there's those little lines there, but I mean, wow, it's done an incredible job. It's even put this random tree here which didn't exist. I wonder if we could change this person to somebody else. That might be an interesting thing to try, right? So we'll select the subject, and obviously in pictures like this, it's very easy to do that. And this time we'll check what could be a similar sort of if I do let's do robot penguin. I'm not quite sure what I've just discovered here. This is not good. What about let's just do an orangutan. I like that, right? That's funny because the pose is the same as well. Yeah, I think the first one's actually probably the best. Interesting that it keeps the same hand position there. A lot of these words, right, are actually pretty important. I don't know if you can do this stuff like this. Change hair color to blonde. Let me just see if that's possible, right? See, it does. It just has some random. You know what I could try? I wonder if this would work. We'll choose this area, and let's just put in a mirror. I think this is sort of like the sort of thing you're really supposed to do in Photoshop because the tools are made up for it. So if you just look at the tools in Photoshop, you might be able to get some interesting effects like this. Let's just see. I know the mirror wouldn't be there, it would be in front of her, but still, you never know. Wait. It's kind of working, right? It's kind of working. Is that her hair? I don't think that is her hair, though. Is it? Yeah, you know what? Maybe it is. I'm thinking, like, how can we blend the subject with the background, right? What if you do invert selection and then do subject? I'm trying to find, like, weird things that might work in, like, crazy ways. Huh. You know what? It's actually quite a good background, right? I'm not quite sure why that came up. I wonder if that's I'd have to test, right? Just putting the word subject on the inverse of the actual subject works. But like this, I mean, that's like an ideal background. It's really like good contrast, right? So yeah. So thanks for watching.